Bacolod City. Can we also give Globe a round of applause, everybody? This is an amazing summit for all of you to benefit, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the day. We are going to be giving out a lot of raffle prizes. I think we're giving out Gcash prizes today. And at the end of the day, one of you is going home with a brand new iPhone 12. Lovely! And presa today. So I think I'm ready to raffle off our first pre-drawn raffle winners coming from our registration earlier. Put your eyes and attention on screen. And congratulations to the following. Maria Milagros Arana, Leticia Aco, Vince Mercado, Eric Maloy, and Reynaldo Duran. I need to see your hands. Are you here? Yes!
And I want to emphasize that the COVID pandemic opened a totally new opportunity for all of us. Obvious negative consequences of the pandemic, many have identified transformative opportunities for businesses that force entrepreneurs to innovate. And, well, from ordering food and groceries online, from booking a taxi online, and paying bills online, and even playing bingo online, we realize your market is not limited to your area alone. And your products may reach areas you never imagined putting up a store there. So with digital, opportunities are limitless. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you all to Globe Business Consultation. This afternoon, we invited business leaders to help us seize those opportunities.
Nevertheless, I'm very, very thankful. 3 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago? I was in Manila for the G Summit. Absolutely beautiful event, no? I was with a great Francis Kong, no? Who has a wealth of knowledge to share. Just happy na mas gwapo ko sa iya, no? Because otherwise, kawawa naman ako, talo na lang sa lahat, no? But I'm here to go through a particular journey with you this afternoon. A journey that I have taken with Globe. The pandemic is both a curse and a blessing depending on where you stand. Right now, Spring Valley in its current state is a little less than 100 people, and we need more. And in fact, that's the same story that you're going to hear with my co-panelists later on, because it seems that once this digital explosion actually revealed itself, the Philippines is properly poised to take all of these opportunities. The great Francis Kong, to quote him, is saying, "I do not want to use the term new normal." He hates it, absolutely hates it. He calls this era new opportunities. And hopefully, with what we're presenting this afternoon and with what Globe could actually put on the table and offer, aside from the beautiful prizes, we could also see and my rosary. One gives me purpose, the other one gives me direction. I think I authored the For Flag and Country hashtag in Facebook and in LinkedIn, primarily because that is really the direction where I want the Philippines to go. And you need to help me, because I cannot realize this by myself. It is through micro, small, medium enterprises that are going to go above and beyond your limitations and become regional players and international players that we could actually realize this particular dream. So, for everyone who took the time to actually listen to us this afternoon/evening, madamog gid nga, salamat sa inyo.
good evening. My name is Romulo Puyin from LMI Corporation. In digital transformation, which department first you digitalize?
Kung every time na lang nadulaan ka mo inventory system muna. Di ba la? Kung may problema ka mo sa accounts receivable, then you look into deploying it first and getting a finance platform.
How much is much or how much is enough na ginahambal natin to start investing on this transformation and digitalization?
It's as easy as, number one, creating your own website, which right now you don't even have to hire, very expensive software companies to build it. You've got solutions like Wix. So again, first things first, make sure that you have connectivity. No, because we can't even talk about anything else without connectivity. Once you have connectivity already, there's so much online resources that are available. You could build your own website, create your own social media presence, and so on and so forth, right? And just keep it simple first and keep it manageable. The worst thing that you could do in this digital transformation journey for your organization, especially if you belong to the micro and small, is to overwhelm yourself and all the rest. Because let's face it, for the micro industries, malamang 2-3 lang kayo sa kumpanya, di ba? And then all of a sudden, you're going to look at your wife and say, oh, ikaw ang digital transformation officer, ha? Sabi, linti, duwa lang kita di sa kumpanya, akong ginimo mo officer, di ba na? So, don't overwhelm yourself. Just take baby steps, but deal with the basics.
Introduction, please, para mas makabalo sila, sino kita, anong ginaobra ta, and how they can connect in a bit. If I may, I'd love to start with you, Mr.
Well, I'm John Dave. I'm known in the industry as JD. I'm the aborted son of JDL, apparently. That I didn't know also. We started HighBrain in 2016. It's a homegrown software development firm that basically we were all over the place before. I remember my aborted dad mentioned to me in the past that more than focusing on servicing, you'd have to focus more on putting value on what you do and creating a product. So we were able to develop a product which is Metrics. It's the first fully integrated hospital information system in the Philippines. We actually partnered with Globe, and apparently Globe was able to give us a revenue of 24.7 million in the middle of the pandemic. Thanks to Globe, if I may say. The funny thing actually right now is I am in the middle of 2 former clients. We worked closely with DTI in the past when we did the AMP website for the OTOP online OTOP project, which is the One Town One product approach. And with Ms. Joanne naman, I remember when during the early stage of the team, whenever they would know that we'll be having a meeting with Ms. Joanne, all of the software engineers would want to join me because they would always tell me, Sir, ang tsura to ni Carmina Villaruel ang ka-meeting, no? Pwede kami kaupod? As a software development firm, we kind of improved in terms of developing a product. We are now deployed to numerous hospitals in the country, and one thing that we are bragging about, that we have worked closely with Globe, it's our system that's running the one in Corazon Locsin. And then if you have heard the first COVID-19 testing center that's automated in the middle of the pandemic, running in San Miguel Foundation, that is us. So it's a homegrown product that is now deployed across the country. We're also a team that we were able to import a guy not from Bacolod but to imbibe. Our Chief Technology Officer is from Manila, but I think right now he's already an official resident of Bacolod.
I'm Joanne, and I'm actually confused why I'm here. Why I'm here, no? We're not really a tech-savvy organization, but we are started traversing to that route already. We have been the sole distributor for Unilever and Globe Telecom for over 2 decades now. So our primary role is to ensure to make available all the products and services of both our clients to all 16,000 doors in Negros Islands and Siquijor Islands. That would actually be, it could be actually a modern accounts group to saturation doors. So again, pleasant evening everyone.
Thank you very much, Ms. John of GFP1.
So, good evening again, Romulo Apuhin from LMI Corporation. And my question is, it's actually more unrelated to the presentation of Sir Jonathan, but I think you can share your experience. It's about how do you do customer journey mapping in which it's related to digital transformation.
No globe logo, kagaling kung arakada dyan, no? But anyway,
Thank you, ah.
so, customer mapping. Sorry, we're that close, no? Customer mapping. Well, depends on which part of your corporate existence you're already at, no? So kung bago ka, kung startup ka, may arang ginatawag na market validation. No? This is where most of the startups in the Philippines actually fail. They don't know how to validate the market. No? So they build and build and build and build, and then once it's already done, wala makikagaling customer. No? Nobody's going to buy it, nobody's going to pay it, nobody's going to pay it a particular price. If you're already existing as a business, supposed to be, you should have a very good grasp of your historical transactions. Okay? And that's going to be a very good basis in terms of, who are my customers? Again, we're going to base it on Asian Institute of Management's approach. No? The customer is always right is no longer being used. It's now customer is king. No? Hari ang customer. But not everybody is your customer. Okay? So if you look at probably those customers of yours who keep on complaining about your product or service, and then you find out, wow, 500 pesos per year lang pala yung kinikita ko sa'yo, maybe you're not my customer. No? Maybe I could put my effort and my attention to somebody who's giving me such a huge revenue on a monthly and annual basis. So again, one of the benefits of transforming all of your records to digital is because once it's already digital, then you could analyze it faster. Even if it's going to be very simple, put all your information in a spreadsheet. You don't even have to have all of these bells and whistles in terms of your platform, but you could now sort it out and check out historically transactions coming from your customers. Therefore, even if you have very limited budget to enhance the customer experience, then you could basically focus on the most important segments.
The basic foundation for digital transformation is SMAC, not the SM Advantage card. Don't get me wrong. So you have social, that means anything that you do with your client can easily be shared to their peers because of social media. You have mobile, meaning anything that they need is at the top of their palms or at the top of their fingers. Third foundation is analytics, meaning in anything that you do that pertains to a certain functionality, you should have a data that would support it. And the last foundation of a digital transformation should be in cloud, because that means it should be accessible wherever you are. So having those 4 pillars of digital transformation, you'd be able now to see where do I now look at the trigger points or the information that I would be getting, that I would be able to process and I would be able to spew out as an output. So when you look at digital transformation, you're not just kasi changing the way you do things. You're changing your own mindset. But because of Globe, it was Globe who started this. You go to a Globe store, you could already choose. Gusto ko Globe to Globe libre. Gusto ko unlimited text. Gusto ko may 5 GB kung data allocation. That becomes now a powerful tool that you are empowering your client on what do they want or what do they get coming from you as a provider or as a service, as a vendor. So you have to look at now, how do they think? And that is, we're done kasi before, we want to tell the client how to do it. Now because of those basic, those 4 pillars, we have now to listen to them. Not only to be relevant, but to be profitable at the same time. Because if you're not gonna use it, you're going to lose touch.
Very informative evening. I'd like to ask Mr. JDL, your vision of Spring Valley is really impressive. And this is the first time I met him. He called me amigo, thank you. But it's very impressive and I think it will cultivate a lot of talents in this island and in the Philippines. No? But we want to see this realized as soon as possible. Is your group open to investors?
It takes a village to raise a child. And it takes probably the entire of our nation to build a Silicon Valley here in the country. So the answer to that question is yes, we are open to investors. We are constantly building our funds and hopefully we could put the pieces together. No? But the entire plan is already cut and dried. We know how it's going to look like. DTI has been kept abreast of all the developments that we have. But yes, we are open to a lot of support and help. Not only coming from our Negrense Kasimanwas, but the entire Philippines as well. The irony of it all, most interest is now coming from outside of the Philippines. No, that's the irony of it all. We're trying to build Silicon Valley of the Philippines, and hopefully, Filipino entrepreneurs and businessmen would find the nobility in what we're doing right now and fund this particular project, rather than us opening the possibility of this coming from foreign funding. Salamat, Gid.
My boss over here, si partner Jojo, ang iyang naging pinpoint lang sa akin was this: stop as a product, because as what JDL mentioned earlier, as a startup, the market validation is where we flunk. Ginambalanagin ko nga, if you get to focus on getting investments, you would forget that the feedback that is valuable for you is not the money of your investor, but the feedback of your client. And why am I saying that? Because I am a testimony of how these people work, on how they have influenced me and my team. Coming from the vision of JDL, support of DTI, a client with Miss Joanne, and the wisdom of one of our businessmen from Negros. And I think for the MSME, we were the only vendor that we did not fly to Manila and present our product to Globe. It was Globe who flew in from Manila for them to look at what we are selling and what we are doing, for them to help us sell our product in the entire market. So in saying that, you have to understand that when you're running a business, you could not run it alone. There are agencies in the government who are more than willing to support you. There are people within your network whom you could exploit and then help you, in terms of proving for it. And you have a network of clients that could validate if what you're doing is right. And most importantly, Globe could give you that connectivity. Not just with the infrastructure, but the network because of, talks or conferences like this. So I just really would want to say.
we end the evening, I'd just like to emphasize one thing, and that's seize the opportunity. So we all experience the challenges brought up by the pandemic, right? Not just personally, but to our businesses, to your businesses. And as we face the challenges of the pandemic, one thing that was reminded today is that let's not forget that there were so many opportunities that came up. So with the pandemic, we were exposed to everything online. Technically, we were forced to be exposed, but sobrang galing diba? So there's online grocery, online healthcare, online applications, online meetings, online events. Like before, kailangan nyo face-to-face to with your clients. So everything that is online. So there's so many opportunities. And this is actually the biggest opportunity that we can have. We believe that all of you here shouldn't miss out with this opportunity. So here in Globe, generally we believe that as digitally transformed business means a business with tuloy-tuloy na success. And I would like to end lang with a quote from Sir Francisco. And this is something that Sir JDL mentioned in kanina. The new normal is actually about the new possible. It's about building communities and doing business in the service of solving problems for our customers. Let's focus the Filipino hustle. So to everyone here, so just want to remind you, actually strive for success. Kasi yun naman yung goal natin, natin to be successful. And to transform our business digitally. Let's just not forget that we should put the customers always at the center of what we do. How we can help them. How can we make things better for them? So that should always be at our core. So thank you once again for being here and we hope you had a good night.